Honestly, it felt strange to me too. I mean...
ソニアさんの知るキラキラちゃんとペコヤマさんとでは決定的な相違点があるもんね。
There's a distinct difference between what we know about Sparkling Justice and Peko, right? A distinct difference?
あのね、ソニアさんはキラキラちゃんについて以前こんな風に言ってたんだよ。
You know, Sonia described Sparkling Justice like this. That's right. I titled my stream and like my social posts with like, Trial 2 is over, time for justice sort of stuff. Completely fucking forgot that Sonia like piped up at the end of the last trial and was like, something's not right here. So, very curious that that's right. I completely forgot about this. Justice complete! The center of justice that is pierced by justice, the lead star of justice that shines in the night sky. That would be me, Sparkling Justice. The heck was that? She likes magical girl stuff, okay? That is Sparkling Justice's catchphrase. An unknown serial killer has a catchphrase? I read it in a magazine in the library. There's only ever been one person, a journalist, who has interviewed Sparkling Justice. The article was written in their native language, so I tried translating it. I see. So that's what it was. I think I've got the difference between the serial killer and Peko. Oh, right, nationality, yeah. That's right. According to what Sonia said, I just assumed that, like, the language was Japanese, that Sonia had translated it from. Yeah, something's not right here. Let's mention it after we voted and can't change anything anymore. Admittedly, she tried to pipe up. Other people talked over her. It's not her fault. I don't think. The article was written in their native language, so I tried to translate. You literally just flashed back to this. This was like 10 seconds ago. You just had this on screen. I swear, for Danganronpa 3, I need to get that flashback counter set up. Drive, blitzing through the backwoods at about 160. I mean, not quite that bad. More like, you know, driving on the highway at like 140, 160-ish sort of thing, but still. Yeah, the others jumped the gun and just a little bit. Just a little. If she had to translate it, that means it wasn't written in English, right? I hate to break it to you, Hajime, but you're not speaking English right now either. You couldn't have remembered 20 seconds. I mean, that's valid. You know, the number of times that I've gone to a menu or a map or had an ad break and then gone, where was I going? I swear to God, it's very similar to that, like, that threshold amnesia stuff where you walk through a doorway and you can't remember what you were doing anymore. I know that it's been proven that works with when you open up a new tab or a new window, but I think it also counts for if you go into a menu. Yes, the magazine I read was written in Spanish. So, Sparkling Justice's catchphrase was no doubt written in Spanish as well. Which means the journalist and Sparkling Justice are both... I do prefer the original translation there because Nekomaru said they're not Japanese. Because just because they speak Spanish does not mean they're from Spain. You know, there's an entire continent of people speaking Spanish, okay? What? All this time, I completely misunderstood. When I first heard about those serial killers, Genocide Jack and Sparkling Justice, I just assumed both serial killers were from the same country. But that wasn't the case. If so...
Ekoyama, お前はキラキラちゃんなんかじゃない。そのはずがないんだ。
Heko, you're not Sparkling Justice. There's no way that's possible. Took them this long to figure that out. I do feel like that's something that Sonia really should have offered up way earlier. I know that they were talking over her, but, you know, this is something that I feel like should have come up earlier. I'm also, like, really confused about Peko's motive here, because if she had been one of the students in the game, in Twilight Syndrome Murder, whatever, I could see that she was faking this to sacrifice herself to maybe try to save one of the others, which of course doesn't work, because if she gets killed here as the Blackened and she is not the Black, everyone's gonna fucking die. You know, like, it's not helpful if she's trying to take the fall for someone. But if she's not trying to take the fall for someone, I literally have no clue what her motive is. It's very strange. Or, if you insist that you're Sparkling Justice, can you try saying that catchphrase in Spanish? Would you be able to do that? It appears that the time has come for this mask to come off. However, that's perfectly fine. It's no longer necessary. And even if you find out now, it's too late for you all to do anything about it. Like, it has to be something with Fuyuhiko, right? His reaction there, it has to be tied to Fuyuhiko somehow. My duty has already been finished. My duty as a tool has already been completed in full. Uh-huh. Looks like she's back to normal. That, Colin, is a good supposition. Like, the fact that maybe the ultimate swordswoman is contracted by the mob. I could see that. I could definitely see that. I don't think that she's like a sister or anything. Like, I don't think that there's... Because his sister died. She was the one who died earlier, and I don't think he's mentioned anything about having multiple sisters. Because that was something that I thought earlier, too. But it begs the question, does saying that you're a tool make you a tool? That would depend on what Fuyuhiko thinks, yeah. Except for Fuyuhiko, God, I cannot say his name right now, thinks that everyone is a goddamn tool. That mask has fulfilled its purpose, just as I have. What do you mean, fulfilled its purpose? Too late. What are you getting at? Now that you've already cast your votes, is what it means. I do wonder if maybe the childhood friend that she was in love with was Fuyuhiko. Huh? But if he thinks that it means that Fuyuhiko is the Blackened, I still don't think that Fuyuhiko is the Black, because again, this ties all into the game and what happened in the past. And like, I think Fuyuhiko is a red herring. Because, so it all started with Fuyuhiko's sister being murdered. And then 5 people discovered her body. 2 of them, one of them killed her, and one of them hid evidence. So the one that killed her was killed in the past. That's girl E. Girl D, who was possibly in love with her, hid evidence, and that was Mahiru, and she was killed here. So it could be Fuyuhiko because of her involvement in it and the hiding evidence, but I still feel like it's one of the other girls. I still feel like it's possibly like Mikan or Ibuki, because it's really weird that Ibuki is one of the 5 girls that's involved in this, but she has not said much at all or been involved much at all in this trial. I don't, except for if that's the case, I don't understand why Peko jumped in to try to cover up. So I don't know. I don't know. This story is so convoluted and opaque. I really, really want to know what the fuck they have planned here. Hey, be clearer. We're asking you what your purpose was. I have no purpose. I am just a mere tool. Tool? What do you mean? She called herself a tool, which means someone else used her then. Of course, a tool cannot do anything on its own. I see. I finally understand. Well, I did have a sneaking suspicion all along. What do you mean? Thank you. I mean, besides Peko and Hyoko, someone else was also at the beach house. Yeah, because we still haven't solved the mystery of the 3rd person who saw the body. Finally, right? Someone else. There is proof that establishes that fact. Try to remember it. Bitch, we never forgot it. We have been screaming this entire time that there has been someone else. If it's Fuyuhiko, I'm gonna be like really disappointed though, because the fact that we haven't been able to date Fuyuhiko, we haven't been able to interact with him very much. He's always like just outside of things. Honestly, I expected him to last way longer because we can't do much with him yet. The people that I'm expecting to last a super long time, I thought Fuyuhiko, Nagito honestly, because he's sitting there as like a narrative foil, like he's gonna be there until the end. And honestly, I'm expecting Chiaki to last a really long time as well, because she's stepped into that investigator role the same way Kyoko did. So I was about to say that like when it comes to dating time, so that way we can actually unlock an ability and not have somebody die partway through dating them, I'm probably going to focus on Chiaki next, because I feel like she's going to last. The proof that there was one more person at the scene of the crime. The body discovery announcement. Are you talking about the body discovery announcement? Yep, that's right. I mean, didn't Monokuma say so earlier? So what about this time? Is it 3 people including the killer or not?
Jeez, fine. You want me to say it? It doesn't include the killer this time, okay? All done.
How dare you, Ghost Body? How dare you? But you're right. It's, you know, given the evidence that given that you feel she's gonna last, it's probably enough evidence to choose someone else. I do have a bad track record with that. That announcement is made when at least 3 people discover a body. And in this particular case, Peko is not one of those 3. Oh, that's assuming that Peko is the killer. Peko could have been one of them, but then that means that there's someone else that's the killer. If that's the case, it would mean that only Hiyoko and Kazuichi discovered the body, but... I see. That leaves us 1 person short. So that means there was 1 more person in the beach house. I love how this group of high school students has finally figured out how to count to 3. You know? Like... Plus, the fact that Monokuma tried to hide the truth from us by being flexible with his own rules. I mean, Peko was wet from cleaning the blood off of herself, right? So I doubt that someone else committed the murder. Yeah, I really want to see where they're going with this. Like, this trial is so fucking convoluted. Yeah, because it could be that Peko technically... I don't know. Based off of rules from the previous game, if Peko killed at someone else's behest, is Peko the accomplice or is Peko the murderer? I feel like she would be the accomplice, possibly, based off of some of the stuff with Celeste. I don't know. It's hard to say. I'll figure this out soon enough. Not true, true. That's such a vital clue that it could alter the outcome of the trial. Like an accomplice, for example.
Yeah.
No, that's not it. Am I wrong?
ああ、根本的な考え方からして間違っているな。言ったはずだぞ。私は道具だと。
Yes. From your basic way of thinking about it, you are wrong. Didn't I tell you? I'm just a tool.
つまり、私はそのお方に使われるだけのただの道具でしかないのだ。
That means I'm just a simple tool to be used by that person. Yeah, so with Celeste, it was different because Celeste did double-cross Hifumi and kill him herself. It would be interesting if she hadn't, though, and how that would have played out. Huh? Therefore... that person would have the strongest motive out of anyone else here, right? Is it gonna... we have to select someone at this point. Really? It does make the most sense, but I really don't want this to be true. Please let me get this wrong. Is it Fuyuhiko?
そっか。ここでようやくつながるんだね。今回の動機と今回の事件が。
I see. Now I finally see the connection. The connection between the motive and the incident.
でも、動機っつってもただのゲームだろ。完全に信じられる根拠だってなかったはずだぞ。
But even if it's the motive, it's just a game, right? There's no reason to believe it's even true.
そんなゲームなんかが強烈な動機って言えんのかよ。
Would you call a game like that a strong motive? No, the events that occurred in the game should have definitely occurred in real life. There's overwhelming proof of that, too. Overwhelming proof of that? Is this the victim's crime scene photo? This one?
これで証明できる。小泉の殺人に関係ないならそこまでして確かめる必要ないって思ってたけど。
I didn't think it was necessary to confirm if it didn't have anything to do with Mahiru's murder, but...
あのゲームは間違いなく現実でも起きてたんだ。それはクリア特典を見れば明らかだったんだよ。
There's no doubt that this game is based on actual events. That much is clear if you saw the ending prize.
クリア特典としてもらえた写真に写ってたのはどれもゲームの画面なんかじゃなかった。
The photos awarded for beating the game are not actual in-game screenshots.
どれも現実の風景を切り取った本物の写真だったんだ。
They're all actual photos with the surrounding scenery cropped out.
本当はクズリュウだって分かってたんだろ。
You knew all along, Fuyuhiko, didn't you?
犠牲者になった女子高生が自分の妹かどうかってことは分かってたんだろ。
You knew whether or not the first victim in the game is actually your little sister, right?
だって最初にあのゲームをクリアしてクリア特典を手に入れたやつって。
Because whoever beat the game first and received the ending prize. Hey, what's that envelope? What's inside? Shut up. What makes you think you have any right to question me?
あの封筒がそうだったんだろ。クリア特典を受け取ったのはお前だったんだよな。
It was the envelope, right? The person who received the ending prize? It was you, wasn't it?
そんな風に自分の妹の死体写真を見せつけられたらさすがに信じるしかなくなっちゃうよね。
If you were shown the photograph of your sister's dead body, you'd have no choice but to believe it.
それでもその事実を否定したくてその確認のために写真を小泉さんに送りつけたんだね。
Even so, you wanted to deny the truth. That's why you sent those photos to Mahiru to confirm it. But I'm doing good? Good. I'm glad to hear it. I hope you had a good weekend. I'm gonna have a big sip of coffee here.
ねえ、どうしてクズリュウの話になってんの？そんなのどうでもいいじゃん。
Hey, why are we talking about Fuyuhiko? Who cares? Kyoko, you are so pleasant.
だって殺したのはペコ山なんでしょ？そうなんだよね。犯人はペコ山なんだよね。
Because Peko is the killer, right?
いうか、もう投票しちゃいましたよ。
But we already voted.
だから手遅れだと言ったのだ。
That's why I told you. You're all too late.
何度も言っているように、私はただの道具にしか過ぎない存在だ。
As I said before, I exist as nothing more than a tool. It is...
私には小泉を殺す動機などないし、殺す理由もなければ殺す意志もない。
I had no motive for killing Mahiru, no reason to kill, not even the will to kill.
私はただ道具として使われただけだ。道具である以上は命令には逆らえないからな。
I was simply used as a tool. As long as I am a tool, I cannot defy my orders.
なあ、何がどうなってんだ？誰か簡単に説明してくんねえか？
Hey, what's going on? Can anyone give me a simpler explanation? Well, Akane, Peko is a mob enforcer. That's what's going on.
つまり私は犯人ではないということだ。
It means I'm not the killer.
私という凶器を使った九頭龍冬彦こそが小泉真昼を殺した真犯人なのだ。
The true killer who used me as their weapon to kill Mahiru Koizumi was Fuyuhiko Kuzuryu. What?
なんだそりゃ。
What the hell?
なるほどね。それがペコ山さんの狙いなんだね。
I see. That's what you were aiming for all along.
いや、私には狙いなどない。
No, I have no aim.
それがあるとすれば、
Yeah.
坊ちゃんの方だ。これはすべて坊ちゃんが計画したことだからな。
But my young master does. My young master planned this from the start. So, botchan is a term that is used for the young head of a Yakuza family. So, it's like the second you hear that, you know she's in the family, okay? As I said Friday, Tungsten has been demoted to the second densest thing to exist. Yeah, let's see what Monokuma throws in this case. It's interesting. I am very curious to see who is going to be considered by Monokuma to be the killer.
坊ちゃん
それがこの事件の真相だ。
That is the truth of this case.
今さら気づいたところでもう手遅れだがな。投票のやり直しなどもうできないのだ。
I'm sure you realize it by now, but it's too late. You cannot undo the vote.
それは困ったね。
That's a problem.
もしペコ山さんの主張が通っちゃったら、私たちは全員不正解ってことになっちゃうよ。
If Pecco's allegation holds up, that means our vote was incorrect.
その場合に生き残るのって
In that case, the person who gets to live is
俺だけ
just me?
おかしいよ。そんなのどう考えたっておかしいって。
That's nuts. No matter how you look at it, that's completely insane. How would Pecco be a tool in the first place? Pecco is a legitimate human being.
それを決めるのはお前たちではない。モノクマだ。
That's not for you to decide. It's for Monokuma.
すでに投票は終了している。あとはモノクマの判断に従うしかないはずだ。
The votes have been cast. All we can do now is wait and see what Monokuma decides. It's a ballsy gamble. Like, yeah. Also, that means we've had the accomplice killer case up so soon. Would be the 2-for-1 murder. I would not fix Pecco. She can ruin me. Pecco was my best girl as well. But I have a feeling she's not gonna be around much longer. If it's following the course of the last game, true, yeah.
なんだよそれ
What the hell? I'm in a bind, and what a bind it is.
とりあえずはこれで終了ってことで、そしてお楽しみの結果発表はこの後すぐ。
I guess for now, let's take a quick recess. We'll be back right after this commercial break.
It would have been lovely if this had synced up with the ad break.
After these messages, we'll be right back. Ahem. Although there were some twists and turns along the way, the one who killed Mahiru Koizumi is...
Hold on a second.
ごめんちゃい。
Okay, I'll wait. I'm so sorry, I'm just hesitating.
There's no need to hesitate. No matter how you look at it, Pecco's the killer. Why? Why? Well, that's obvious. You're not a tool, you're a friggin' human being.
いや、
If I'm a human, then I'm not a tool. If that's what you're saying, you're wrong.
知らないだけだ。
Because you just don't know. You don't know that there are people who only exist to be tools. People such as myself. Only exist to be tools?
ね
What does she mean, Fuyuhiko? Pecco and I grew up together.
え、あの
Are you two childhood friends then?
いや、
No, it's completely different than that. Right after I was born and abandoned by my parents, the Kuzuryu clan took me in.
私は道具だ。
They gave me a reason to exist. I am to fulfill my duty as my young master's property. Property, you say? Honestly, I would read this romance manga. You do not want to know how many, like, Yakuza, shoujo, and josei romance manga I've read. So many. It means she's a hitman arranged by my clan to work directly under me.
坊ちゃんが襲われれば盾となって守り、坊ちゃんが殺意を抱けば剣となって殺す。
If my young master is attacked, I must defend him as his shield. If he intends to kill, I must be his sword. Like, honestly, I'd read the shit out of this manga because usually it's like the young granddaughter of the Yakuza clan and then the bodyguard that's assigned to her or something like that. I like this gender inversion. Like, I would read the shit out of this. Even as a baby, she had a sword. Yep. I like how it's very obviously, too, because of the size of baby she is. Admittedly, we can't see the bottom of it, but it looks like it's the shorter blade, like the secondary weapon that they often have. I cannot remember the name of it. Like, not a full-size katana. So I like that they gave her size-appropriate swords and stepped it up as she grew.
私はそのためだけに生きる権利を与えられたのだ。
That is my only reason for living.
私は人間である前に坊ちゃんの道具なのだ。
Before I am a human, I am my young master's tool, first and foremost.
この体が動かなくなる時まで私はその役割を全うしてみせる。
Until this body of mine can no longer move, I shall fulfill my duty until the very end.
そんな
Wakazashi, yes, thank you. But that is... You're wrong. You're not a tool, Peko. Because if you are a tool, then what was all that time we spent together? Sonia, you're gonna have to realize that you and your friendship just aren't very important to her.
なんでもない。
Nothing. I was ordered by my young master to behave, just as I was ordered to interact with you all. Oh, it feels like me talking to coworkers sometimes. Like, yes, the social contract means that I must spend time with you, even though we have nothing in common, and I honestly can't stand you. Changed your profile to Chiaki? Nice. What? Our professional relationship doesn't exist on this island. We're just fellow high school students now. Right after we arrived on this island, that is what my young master ordered me to do. That's why you were hiding your relationship, you mean?
いや、
It's not as if that started the moment we arrived on this island. Before that, my young master had always told me to hide our relationship. My young master loathes relying on his household's power. He even hates me, the tool given to him by his household. I would re-examine that statement, Peko. I don't think that Fuyuhiko hates you.
私は道具だ。
No matter what I'm told, I am nothing but a tool for killing. If my young master intends to kill, it's only natural for me to act as his tool. Then the one who tried to kill Mahiru wasn't you, it was Fuyuhiko? It is what it is. When I thought I beat the game, I was suddenly given these photographs. Damn it. I don't understand. Why is my sister in these photos? Because your sister's dead, Fuyuhiko. She's joined with Mama, okay? And she's covered in blood. What does it mean? Why can't I remember? How come I don't even know if my sister is dead?
君は
You tried to confirm it with Mahiru, and that's why you wanted to talk to her. I mean, it's not like Mahiru's gonna remember what's going on either.
だからよ
Yeah, I sent her the photo because I wanted to make sure she'd respond. But she never replied back to me. Not only that, she started avoiding me too.
だけど
I'm pretty sure Mahiru was confused too. I mean, we all were. Before anyone played the game, we didn't even know this incident had happened. That's why, even if we were told that we were connected to it, there's no way we could accept it. You know, when Mahiro spoke to Ibuki, she mentioned something about this. Ah, sorry. I actually have plans to go to the beach with everyone. Wait, huh? You're not gonna go, Mahiro? If you want to talk about it there, it'd be totally fine. It's pretty important, so, you know, it'd be troubling to involve the others. You sound pretty serious. Serious or not, I can't really do anything about it on my own, so I wanted someone to think about it with me. If I need to make amends, I would, but I don't even know how. I mean, it's a little difficult to make amends for killing somebody, you know. That definitely sounds serious. I can cancel my beach plans for you. No, it's fine. It's important that everyone gets along anyway. Just tell them I'm not feeling well. Plus, it doesn't have to be today. There's always tomorrow. She wanted to discuss how to make amends, but Hiyoko was the only one who accepted her invitation. I should have gone too. But it was rather convenient for you, wasn't it, Fuyuhiko? If you could make use of their plan to meet each other alone, you could easily lure Mahiro into a trap, right? By calling both of them to the beach house, you were able to pin the blame on Hiyoko. Seriously, what the heck? An eye for an eye. That's the world I live in. My little sister was murdered. If the reason that happened was because of some person here, I have no choice but to kill that person on my sister's behalf, right? And so, my young master thought of a plan and executed it. I wanted to use a bat as the murder weapon because in the game, that's what was used to kill Girl E. For revenge, clubbing the person to death the same way that my sister was killed just seemed to make sense. Even if it ruined my disguise, it was the only thing I could think of, the only thing I could do to avenge my sister. So that is why you killed Mahiro with the bat. But still, I believed her up till the very last minute. That game was just a work of fiction. But even so, that bitch. Hey, if that game is actually real, are you the one who killed Girl E? Hey, I don't want to hear about that. The fact that your sister was killed is terrible. It's unfortunate, but you shouldn't have killed that girl. Who cares about that? Just answer me. What do you know about that game? Who cares about the fact that she was also a person who had people who loved her, who might be angry about the fact that she was also murdered? The murder of my sister is the most important thing. My vengeance is the only vengeance that matters. You had no right to do that. Nobody has the right to judge others for their crimes. I mean, technically a judge does. Like, you know? Revenge is just wrong. Sounds like Yakuza shit, yeah. Oof. Scooch, scooch, scooch. You want me to be honest? This whole time, I was acting like a coward. Even after I called over Mahiro, I was still trying to find an excuse not to go through with the plan. But after she said that to me, that all went out the window. I got really pissed off and grabbed the metal bat I hid under the bench. But at that moment, young master called for me and made me kill Mahiro. Young master, I am finished. Are you saying that you killed because you were ordered to? A tool is not defined by its will, but by its actions. I feel like they're very much talking in circles here. It's like, yes, we've been over this. Please move on to the next part of the story. I don't get this at all. Really, Ibuki? They've gone over this like 6 times. Well, of course you don't understand. Because humans are completely different from one another.
Everyone's birthplace and upbringing is different. It's obviously impossible for them to understand each other. I don't agree. There is commonalities across everyone. You know, all it takes is a little bit of effort to understand each other. So everyone just pretends to understand and pretends to be understood.
黙って。
Hey, you're too annoying. Can you just be quiet?
はい。
Okie dokie, I'll be quiet. Afterwards, just as my young master planned, I proceeded to tamper with the scene of the crime. However, I also considered the possibility of being found out. So in order to get you guys to make the wrong choice, I decided to make use of that serial killer story.
まさか。
You insisted that you were sparkling justice in order to make us hasten our votes? So, we fell for it. We fell for her trick all along. That's right. You guys have made the wrong decision. You voted me, a mere tool, as the killer, unaware that my young master was the true killer. Hold on. Don't act like our loss has been decided yet. Monokuma, do not hit us with that everyone is so mean to me stance. Yeah. I'm like, we can be meaner. You deserve it.
Yeah.
No, it should be decided already. Isn't that right, Monokuma?
参ったな。
I'll admit, all this talk about Peko being a tool sounds pretty persuasive. When you approach it from various angles, it makes sense that Fuyuhiko is actually the true killer. Hold on. I'm telling you to hold on.
なるほどね。
I see. So for Peko, Fuyuhiko himself is your true hope, then. On his behalf, you killed Mahiru, and now you're trying to sacrifice us so that way you can protect him.
素晴らしいよ。
You would only go that far because he's your one and only hope. Wrong. I have no hope. I am just... a tool. Well, even if we ask her, she'll probably just play dumb anyway.
さてと。
So I'm going to ask someone else. Hey, Fuyuhiko, what do you think? About what? About Peko?
ね
Is Peko just a tool to you? Using that tool, surviving by sacrificing Peko and the rest of us? Is that your hope? My god, Nagito, are you actually going to do something slightly helpful? Are you going to persuade Fuyuhiko to try to sacrifice himself for his childhood friend, possibly that he has feelings for, to save her and thereby the rest of us? Hold on. What's the use of asking something like that? I have no hope. Well, of course, Peko, you are sparkling justice. Oh, and the cow emoji and everything.
俺
Huh? You seem distressed. A mere tool doesn't panic like that, right?
まったく。
Peko, be honest. Are you trying to protect Fuyuhiko of your own free will?
ね
Fuyuhiko, can you tell me the truth? The fact that she killed on your behalf? The fact that she lied to us by acting like the killer? Are those all things you ordered her to do? Is that the truth?
あ
I...
え。
Fuyuhiko? Peko would be executed regardless since she was voted as a killer. True. Unless Monokuma allows them to redo the vote or something, which would be weird, but he not like he hasn't broken the rules before. I know you hate our guts, but if you listen to Peko, we're all gonna die.
俺は
Young master, you just have to tell the truth. I was only following your orders. You just have to tell them that.
俺は
Fuyuhiko, you mentioned this before, but in this kind of situation, interacting with others will just shorten your lifespan. Those idiots, Byakuya and Teruteru, are the proof of that. Plus, it'd be frustrating to be held back by affection when it's my time to kill. You're still saying that? Of course. I'll sacrifice the lives of everyone here if it guarantees my survival. You don't really feel that way, right? You're not that kind of person. Because if you were, you wouldn't be hesitating. like you are now, right? There's no need to hesitate, young master. Please, just tell them the truth. Young master, you were the one who ordered me. I did just as I was told because I am a tool. Fuyuhiko, this could be considered your ultimate choice. Regardless, either way, you'll still lose Peko, but if you insist you're the killer just as she said, you can sacrifice us and survive alone. Or would you rather reject Peko and fight alongside us against our despair? Which one will be your hope? Let's hear what you have to say. I...
終わりましたよ、坊ちゃん。
Young master, I'm finished.
てめえ、何やってんだ。
You... What the hell did you do?
分かってんだろ。ここで人を殺したら、この後どうなるか。
You already know, right? What's gonna happen after you kill someone? Peer pressure, peer pressure. Welcome in Doge.
あなたにあれをさせるわけにはいかない。
I did it because I know. There's no way I can let that happen to you.
なあ、ペコ。最初にこの島に来た時、俺は言ったよな。
Hey, Peko, do you remember what I told you when we first arrived on this island? I'm taking a day's break from streaming, then I'll start streaming tomorrow. Having a little break is always nice. That's why I don't stream on weekends, because technically I could, but it's nice to have some days where I don't have to. Really, it's nice to have some days where I'm not building up VODs that are gonna have to be edited.
この島では今までの俺らの関係はチャラだって。お互いに一人の高校生同士だってよ。
Our professional relationship doesn't exist on this island. We're just fellow high school students now.
いいか、お前は逃げろ。このまま俺のせいにして逃げるんだよ。
You need to run, got it? Just let me take the fall so you can get away.
坊ちゃん、それは無理ですよ。
Young master, that is impossible.
うるせえ。俺のことは気にすんなっつってんだ。
Shut up. I'm ordering you not to worry about me.
気にしないわけにはいきません。
There's no way I cannot worry about you.
私は坊ちゃんの道具です。坊ちゃんを守るための道具なんです。
I'm my young master's tool, a tool to protect my young master. I still have my YouTube, that's my More Fame account. 578 subs, nice. I'm gonna go. I'm a train at the game I stream on. Good luck, Doge. Thanks for popping in. Hope you have a good day. Wow, I took one phone call and the big reveal has happened. Yeah. We're kind of now at the point of, well, is it going to be, which way is Monokuma going to decide? And is Fuyuhiko going to claim that he ordered Peko or not? What in the young master is this? Yeah.
所有者がいなくなってしまったら、道具は何の意味も持ちません。
Without an owner, a tool serves no purpose.
だから、それはもう終わりなんだ。俺の言うことが聞けねえのかよ。
God damn it, we are done with that crap. Why won't you listen to what I'm saying?
どちらにしても逃げ切れません。この計画では、おそらく見破られるでしょう。
Regardless, I will not flee. Besides, I'm fairly certain they'll discover the truth soon enough.
だったら、なんでてめえは。
Then why did you...
私に策があります。
I have a plan.
策だ？
Huh? A plan?
ご安心ください。私が必ず坊ちゃんを生かして返してみせます。
Please do not worry. I promise I'll keep my young master alive and return him home safely. I mean, this will be about if Fuyuhiko loves Peko, right? And the fact that Peko mentioned that she had, like, a childhood friend that she loved, too. This is so much sadder than I expected.
てめえ、どうするつもりだ？
You idiot. What do you intend to do?
道具としての役割を全うするだけです。
I intend to fulfill my duty as your tool.
さあ、早く逃げてください。そろそろ西園寺が目を覚ます頃です。
Now, please go. Hiyoko will be waking up soon.
あなたが出て行った後、彼女の死体で道路側の扉を塞がねばなりません。
After you leave, I must block the door to the road with Mahiru's body.
だから、早く。
Hurry.
クソが
Damn it.
いいか絶対に逃げろよ俺のことなんかくずりゆ組のことなんか忘れて
You better run away, got it? And just forget about me. Forget about the Kuzuryu clan. I mean, we kind of know what Fuyuhiko will say, since otherwise this game will be over a bit quick. Yeah, that is true. At least this image looks a lot less comically evil than the one that popped up with Peko. True. Not really enjoying the stance there, but still.
てめえは逃げるんだぞ
You better escape. And so how about it, Fuyuhiko? Please, tell me the truth.
悪い
I'm sorry, Peko. I guess I couldn't go through with it after all.
坊ちゃん
Young master.
情けね
Because if that's actually what I have to do to survive, I'd just feel ashamed of myself. It'd mean I can't live without depending on something. I'd just feel disgusted with myself.
えペコ
And if I admit it, that means you really are just a tool to me. How many times did I tell you I don't want a tool given to me by the Kuzuryu clan?
坊ちゃん
Young master.
Oh my. So this is how it turned out. And here I thought it'd be more brutal and heartless. Man, how disappointing. Which means everything happened thanks to her meddlesome actions. There's no way a human that meddlesome could ever be considered a tool.
Monokuma, you knew all along, didn't you? Yeah, baby gangster is in love with her, yeah. Shut the fuck up, Monokuma. Oh man, seriously, they just need some duct tape. And, I feel like Monokuma's arms are too short. He wouldn't be able to get that off his face. You knew about what Peko and Fuyuhiko discussed.
まったく
Well, it's obvious now. I mean, that's why you have surveillance cameras. You were just having fun, huh?
Man, even if it was an act of desperation, Pecco's claim was surprisingly interesting. You're actually the first to try to influence the outcome of a trial like that. But too bad, you're definitely the killer. Pecco, the tool with the heart, is the killer.
There are cameras everywhere with audio. Of course it knew, yeah. There are multiple Monokuma bodies, but there's a whole roll of duct tape.
Pecco, the tool with the heart, is a killer.
すまね
Peko, I'm sorry I couldn't fulfill your request. And I let you sacrifice yourself for nothing. I swear I love you. Blacken considers who did the actions, not the planning. I mean, I feel like if Fuyuhiko had confirmed it, I mean, admittedly, Monokuma, he did see it, but I feel like he might have gone with it. Even though you did all that to provide me with the chance to survive. But I had a feeling it would turn out like this.
あ
坊ちゃん
I mean, he wouldn't have walked away with the love of his life, though, because she would have been killed with all the other students. Fuyuhiko would have escaped alone. I'm not gonna sing that line. I can't do it justice. Since she was a tool and not a student. I mean, again, it is interesting to argue those sorts of semantics. And it would be I feel like Monokuma would possibly, like, people who make interesting arguments, he would be possibly slightly disposed to listen to. Young master, you have a kind heart despite being a Yakuza. That's why you question your position and constantly worry about it. For you to sacrifice someone else just to escape by yourself? I believe you wouldn't accept that so easily. We've been together ever since we were children. Even a tool would understand that. Then why?
それでも私は
Even
あなた
so,
に逃げてほしかった
I wanted you to escape. I mean, if you say that she couldn't be a killer because she was a tool, you could say that she isn't a student. If she's a tool, yeah, it would be an
infinite paradox. Yeah. And like I said, I feel like Monokuma is willing to argue those semantics. I wanted to protect you.
ペコ。
申し訳ありません。
I'm terribly sorry I will not be able to serve by your side until the very end, young master.
さようなら。
Goodbye. And an interesting thing too for people who don't have a lot of Japanese knowledge. I was surprised when I learned that, like, because one of the first words that you tend to learn, sayonara, goodbye, sort of thing, but it's not like a casual goodbye. It's more akin to farewell. It's not something that you say when you're going to see somebody later or tomorrow or something. It's more of a goodbye for, like, I'm not going to see you again. Exactly, yeah. And I'm sorry for what I've done to you all too. It may be a selfish request, but please forgive my young master.
そしてもう二度と
And
こんな殺し合いを起こさないでくれ。
and please do not cause a senseless killing such as this ever again. Do what I say, not what I do. Sayonara is what people say on their deathbed most of the time. I wouldn't be surprised, yeah. Of course. Echo. That will do, Monokuma. Why don't you start it already?
私は絶望などしない。
Just so you know, I will never feel despair. As long as I am a tool, I am fully prepared to die.
かっちょいい。
So cool. But will you be able to maintain that composure until the very end? People who act as proud as you always shed tears of despair in the end. Now then, let's begin!
冬彦坊ちゃん。
Young Master Fuyuhiko, please permit me to make one final selfish request.
だからよ。
Didn't I tell you not to call me young master? Yeah, you would normally say Jane or Matane, exactly. See you later, like that sort of thing.
覚えておいてほしいのです。
I want you to remember. The tool Peko Pekuyama, who used to stand beside you. I'd like it if you remembered that. That's it. How many times do you have to keep... I don't need any tools. You did say that.
ぷぷぷ。
Then let's begin! The punishment time brimming with despair!
まったくよ。
Jeez. Why don't you get it yet?
ワクワクドキドキ。
This time for the ultimate swordswoman, Peko Pekuyama.
I'm just waiting for Fuyuhiko to be like, I'm talking here. Monokuma keeps interjecting in their, like, emotional goodbye. Bakamitai.
どうしてだよ。
You stayed by my side all this time. Why don't you get it?
スペシャルなお仕置きを用意しました。
I've prepared a special punishment for you.
俺は
I've never needed a sword or a shield. Your punishment is that you have to listen to this confession before you die.
俺には道具なんていらねえんだよ。
I never needed a tool.
だから
So,
てめえは道具になる必要なんてなかったんだ。
you didn't need to become a tool.
では、張り切っていきましょう。
Let's give it everything we've got.
てめえはてめえのままでよかったんだ。
You just needed to be yourself.
俺に必要なのは道具なんかじゃねえ。そのままのお前だったんだよ。
I never wanted a tool. I just wanted you. Only you.
Inconceivable!
Good timing there, Andrea. Young master?
なんでだ。なんでそれがわかんねえんだよ。ガキの頃からずっと一緒だったのによ。
Why? Why couldn't you understand? We've always been together ever since we were kids.
お仕置きタイム。
Let's go. It's punishment time.
だからペコ、まだ行くな。
Please, Peko, don't go.
俺にはお前が必要なんだ。俺を置いていかないでくれよ。
I need you. Don't leave me. Yeah, then just tell her your fucking feelings before she commits a murder, right? It's like, you know, there's a time that you need to get over yourself and confess. And I feel like at the beginning of a death game is, you know, you could have had some time together before one of you died. You know? Young master? Young master? This is just horrible, right? Give her at least a good, interesting death, you know? The fuck? Shit, I did not expect Fuyuhiko to die there. I thought maybe at first, too, that he just got, like, a scar that he would have. Like, you know, he got cut and that would be there for the rest of the game. But did they really just kill Fuyuhiko off as well? I don't think he's allowed to die because of the rule. I mean... Also, very sloppy Monokuma that Fuyuhiko was able to get into the execution area and do this. Like, yeah. Also, no worries, Andrea. There's just... Nightbot has some pretty strict rules about repetitive characters, so don't worry about the Kalmoji. I really need to remember to go in and relax some of that stuff. This cannot be. Even Fuyuhiko? This is bad. This shouldn't be allowed. People dying so easily? Falling like dominoes? You bastard. What is this? Yeah, it was definitely a better execution than Teru's, you know? Like, even though it looked like Monokuma was possibly, like, puppeting her, it still was, like, a good kind of exhibition of her skill and her ultimate and that sort of thing. Ibuki Sprite makes me laugh every time. You bastard. What is this? This can't be. This is a lie, right? Back up! Fuyuhiko!
You
For
did
heaven's
it!
sake.
You did it! I knew you would! I just knew you would!
Slightly off on the tone. For heaven's sake, this is just the worst. Jeez, what a waste. This conclusion, what a waste. This is why she should have just discussed it with me. It was supposed to be a clash between two hopes, but it was crushed into something so unpalatable. You're still talking about that? The hell's wrong with you? Aren't you pissed that two of your friends got killed? I would argue that Nagito doesn't really see any of us as friends.
絶望的だ。
I am pissed. I even feel sad and hopeless. But still, as much as Nagito, I don't like him. He's a bad person and a weirdo. There's just something about him that reads as like vanilla marshmallow. It's kind of appealing. Yeah, time out for him. But still.
そうだよね。
It's gonna be alright. This despair is worthless. Even this despair is just a ladder to a bright, shining future that awaits us. Yeah, that nope was better timed, yeah. The higher the ladder, the brighter we can shine. That is the unmistakable truth.
Calling me a ladder, huh? You say some pretty interesting things. In a way, your misguided thoughts of what hope should be remind me of him.
I don't really understand what you're saying. Yeah, who's him, Monokuma?
宣言するよ。
Anyway, I shall make a declaration. We will definitely destroy you. I wish I had played that you did it during Pekko's execution. Let's quote Bob Ross. There has to be darkness, otherwise you can't have any light. Yeah. The hopes of all the ultimates here will definitely, completely, utterly destroy you. There won't even be a strand of cotton left when we're done with you. That's your future. How much longer are you planning to say such stupid things? Don't you understand? Even Fuyuhiko died, you know. Okay, I guess it's confirmed that he did die. Man.
Not yet. He's still alive.
What?
Everyone, Fuyuhiko is still alive.
Are you serious? Fuyuhiko! Frantically, we rushed over to Fuyuhiko's side. He's still breathing. Is he gonna be okay? Do something. Hey, you need to save him. Hey! I'm trying. But his blood, he won't stop bleeding out. His pulse is getting weaker. I mean, I don't know if that counts as alive. I mean, technically, currently at least. Can't you do something about it? God damn it.
Well, serves him right. Were you filled with hope at the thought of saving her yourself? That's why you ended up like that. What are you so laid back about? You need to hurry up and save him. Huh? A surprise order? Why do I have to burn my precious calories just to save some Yakuza scum?
Yeah, it's in the damn rules, Monokuma. Yeah.
It's your duty to save him.
Huh?
Duty? 'Cause it's written in the school trip rules.
If the Blackened is exposed during the class trial, they alone will be executed.
If only the Blackened gets executed, then Fuyuhiko shouldn't be allowed to be executed. Well, if I could, I would do something about it right now. But since my magic stick was taken away, I'm practically powerless. But you should be able to do it. Jeez, I guess I have no choice.
Yeah, using Monokuma's own rules against him is like one of the only effective things against Monokuma.
Well, there's no way I can violate a rule, even if it's me. Fine, then. I'll save him.
Really?
っていうかさ
I was actually gonna do that all along, so I've already prepared for this.
Yeah, sure you were, Monokuma.
Huh? Prepared?
And that's when it happened. A siren began ringing from out of nowhere, and gradually grew closer and closer.
救急車
What? An ambulance?
The monombulant, that's very unpleasant to say. Yeah.
あとは殺人ドクターの異名を持つ僕に任せて
Just leave the rest to me, Dr. Killgood.
殺人ドクターって殺しちゃってるじゃないですか
Dr. Killgood? You've already killed your patients.
It's the American health system run. Ooh, archbay spicy. Yeah. Yeah, I got to admit that when we would go to visit family in the States, I would always be stressed out about if, you know, we would get sick or injured or something like that, because it's like, oh, I don't have traveler's health insurance. I don't want to ruin myself financially by getting in an accident there. Like,
至急この患者をモノクマ救命センター24時に搬送します
We gotta get this patient to the Monokuma Hospital ER and get him under 24-hour observation, stat!
じゃあまたね
So, I'll see you later.
and after he said that, the ambulance containing Monokuma and Fuyuhiko vanished from our sight.
Is it really gonna be okay to leave this to Monokuma?
感畜者
It can't be helped. It's not like there was any other way.
きっと
He's gonna be fine. He's probably gonna get better and come back to us again.
You're right. He's definitely gonna come back and talk a lot of smack as if nothing happened. Really, I would expect him to come back and be, like, livid that Pekko's dead and that he survived. Then all we can do is wait. That man's gonna be depressed. True, yeah.
Why do we have to wait for him?
I mean, what else are you gonna do, Hiyoko? You're trapped on a fucking island. Do you have anything better to do?
I mean, he caused Mahiru's death, you know?
Yeah, but Mahiru helped to cover up, you know, his sister's death. So, I mean, if you're gonna get all judgy about it...
ですが
However, we must put that aside since Pekko has already been punished. Or else we'll not be able to advance forward.
流れよ我が涙
There are no second chances in life. We cannot return to what has already transpired. There is no other way than to move forward, like an arrow of light piercing through the darkness. I know you're sad, Hiyoko, and it's okay to be sad. But still.
くそ
I guess things aren't as exciting if a shit stirrer like him ain't around. I expect him to commit seppuku if he survives, though. I don't. That's usually like... I wouldn't. I could see him, maybe he's gonna be, because nobody in this game has really gotten into the, like, I'm gonna bring down the person behind this kind of attitude. So maybe Fuyuhiko will be the person who fills that role. It's a very smart idea not to do that, yeah. I didn't realize it, but I was wishing for that too. Right? Like, normally seppuku is a thing because, like, you dishonored someone or you're trying to make it up to, like, the people above you sort of thing. If he commits seppuku, there's nobody there that he's, like, doing it for. You know? Like, there's... You get what I'm saying? I didn't realize it, but I was wishing for that, too. From the bottom of my heart, I really wanted him to return. Fuyuhiko! I'm like, oh, this is taking an interesting turn. I don't want anyone else to be a sacrifice. And so the class trial ended. He needs forgiveness from his classmates since he did kind of work together with Peko to kill someone. Does he care, though? I don't think he cares about the other classmates. And so the class trial ended. But we still can't see the real ending that we really want yet. When that finally arrives, what will have happened to us by then? No matter where I look, no matter what possibilities I look for, I can't see our future. Not even a speck. As if we were in a boat floating unreliably in a vast, dark sea. We were just left there, alone. Only one word could explain our situation. Despair. We couldn't find a more suitable word than that. That's slightly concerning. You guys can see it, right? You can see this countdown too? Are you talking to me? Are you talking to us? So what are we thinking? Final 5, Final 4? The last game ended with 6. True. I find that, like, they always want to... like, for sequels, they always try to top the original, right? So I could see it going down to a smaller number. I think... obviously, Hajime is going to be in the final. Because otherwise, it's a very weird story. I'm thinking Chiaki, Nagito, Fuyuhiko. Who else? I'm not sure. Those are the people that I feel strongly about. The 4 people are already gone. Oh shit. We took our time preparing the hope fragments, but now we're no longer able to gather them. So, no more dating? Honestly, I'm not so sure anymore. Whether it's better if we let them leave this island, or if we shouldn't let them escape. So they'll definitely die, since I think they're gonna survive. I mean, so, like, you guys pick on me for choosing favorite characters who are gonna die, but there's a big difference between characters that are my favorite and characters that I think are gonna live. Like, I am actually known in our group of friends as, like, people who, like, someone who can often figure out movies and TV shows and stuff before the end, and pick out survivors and that sort of thing. Yeah. I definitely have some friends who got a little frustrated watching Black Mirror with me because I would always figure it out and spoil it. For those kids, which option is hope and which is despair? If Nagito survives this all, it'd be a miracle. I don't expect him to necessarily survive, but I expect him to make it to, like, the final round. Like I said, he's too much of a narrative foil. It would be really weird for them to get rid of him early on. But I guess there's no time to hesitate. If this countdown reaches 0, that guy will probably take over our plan's final stage as well. What lies beyond is the foul resurrection of the ultimate despair.
人類史上最大最悪の絶望的事件の続き。
And the continuation of the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history.
そんなのダメです。それだけは何としてでも防がなくちゃダメです。
That cannot be allowed. We must prevent that by any means necessary.
それ相応の犠牲を払うことになったとしても、それだけは食い止めてみせるです。
Even if we have to pay the ultimate price, I will definitely prevent it by any means.
すべては希望あふれる未来のために。
Everything is for the sake of a future filled. God, I can't speak. Everything is for the sake of a future filled with hope.
I just wonder what they'll do with his character since they made him insane so fast. Very true. I will have a hearty laugh if he bites it next case. I can see it happening. Yeah. We've obtained a present Black Dragon Blade. Yes, save my progress. No one's here, right? Man, I can totally see it now. Those idiots. I can't wait to see the surprised look on their dumb faces. But they'll probably be happy about it. They'll probably be very, very happy. Alrighty. Hmm.
希望ヶ峰学園修学旅行実行委員会がお知らせします。
Ahem. Hope's Peak Academy School Trip Executive Committee has an announcement to make.
お前らグッドモーニング。本日も絶好の南国日和ですよ。
Good morning, everyone. Looks like today is going to be another perfect tropical day.
さて、今日も全開気分で張り切っていきましょう。
Now then, let's show some enthusiasm and make sure to give it our all today.
Oh shit. Looks like I missed a Monokuma statue in the last round. Fuck. Morning, huh? In the end, I was so worried about Fuyuhiko that I couldn't sleep. Involving himself in Pekko's execution like that, suffering all those wounds. Is he really gonna live? And was it really okay to leave him in Monokuma's care? Worry has consumed my heart. Not quite the memento mori I usually think of, but cool, yeah. Yeah, what is that little gremlin planning? Her little laugh was so like I already want to punch you, Hiyoko, but that laugh is really making me want to punch you more. My body feels terribly burdened, but that worry ends here. There's no way I can just lay here and do nothing. Loosening my stiff body, I slowly sat up in bed. I guess I should head over to the restaurant. That's right, just do it. I should meet up with everyone at the restaurant first, and then we'll question Monokuma afterwards. I'm definitely going to find out if Fuyuhiko is safe or not. Wondering where we missed that Monokuma statue. Okay, who's where? Doesn't look like anybody's hanging out there. We have Sonia in front of the hotel. Chiaki inside the lobby. Obviously, we have Hiyoko in the restaurant. That looks like Nagito isn't necessarily... we can go in? That is interesting. Let's try walking to the old building and see if we can actually go in from the front door. If not, we're going to try to, like, go in through the map. Nobody else seems to be on the map. So I guess they just aren't, like, yeah. Those are the 3 that have to do with the story currently. Okay, Sonia's here. Where are the other 2? Oh wait, no, it was just her here. That's right, the others were inside the building. Oh my god, caught on a lawn chair. Good morning, Sonia. Sonia Blade. Huh? Hajime? Get back! Who do you think I am? That was unintentional. It's okay. Please be your usual self. Yeah. That was close. I was really gonna kneel before her. I'm terribly sorry. I was so worried about Fuyuhiko that I could not sleep at all. That must be why my face looks terrible. I was just so embarrassed to be seen like this. I shall go wash my face and come back one more time. Now then, ta-ta. She looked like she normally does. Yeah, the princess came out. But just as I thought, Sonia and I were worrying about the same thing. Is Fuyuhiko really okay? Okay, let's see if we can actually go in there. After the first killing, we all swore we would work together. The killings just don't end. Why? Will it stop me if I try to do it from the map? Oh, okay. When it means in, it just means, like, looking here. Yeah, it won't actually let me select anything. Okay. I was just really surprised that it had the in kind of thing there. Okay, Chiaki, how's it going? I think that Chiaki, like I said, she's going to be our next best girl. We're going to focus up all of our dating on her, if we still can date, since apparently we can't collect hope fragments anymore. Good morning, Chiaki. Yeah, good morning. You're up earlier than usual. Yes, that delay is often how I feel in the morning, too. I'm like, oh god, somebody spoke to me. What did they say? I should respond. Shit, it's been a while now. They're looking at me. I haven't responded yet. Oh god. It would be weird not to have any free time, right? It kind of breaks up the, like, the expected flow of the game. Yeah, I couldn't really stay put and do nothing. I see. Gaming as usual. No, I have a slight feeling that she's deliberately concentrating on her game. Like she's trying to keep her sadness from showing by being completely focused in gaming. Or is it just me? Like, escapism. Who doesn't enjoy that every now and then? Hajime, you're already here? Hyoko, you're the only one here. What are you acting so anxious about? I'm not acting anxious. I just happened to be awake by coincidence, so I came here early. I see. This girl. There's something strange. Is she trying to pull some kind of dirty trick again? Did she make breakfast for everyone? Was she actually trying to be nice for once in her life? Wait. Was that there before? There wasn't like a big altar there before. Maybe do we talk to her before we talk to the altar? No, it's what she said before. Yeah, it's definitely different than the rest of the vibe. What the heck is this? A panel's been propped up, and it's giving off a dreadful, unsettling vibe. It's a bunch of photos pasted all over it. I mean, this could have been a lovely idea, but all the skulls and femurs really, you know, maybe rethink your decorating aesthetic, Yoko, just a little bit. It looks like something Gundam would make. Didn't Mahide take these photos? But what's with this terrifying ambiance?
Wow, Wow, what's this? What an adorable decoration. I don't know who did it, but they must have spent so much time and effort doing their best to make it. Nahiru's gonna be happy too. Oh, honey. I don't know who did this, but we should be grateful to them, right?
Hey, Yoko, did you?
Good morning. It's so rare to run into you two here.
What are you looking at? Oh, she's gonna say something very negative, and Hyoko is going to lose her goddamn mind.
Huh.
What are these horrifying photos? I expected that reaction. Yo, what happened? What's up? What's up? Is it a brawl?
Huh?
Yo, what's with all this ruckus in the morning? This is bad. Please take a look at those photos. They're gonna think that this is something that Monokuma set up.
Huh?
Photos? What the heck? What kind of ominous crap is this? Is this like something you use for the sorcery? This is clearly an insult against Mahiru. And bottom tier prankster, yeah. I don't know who the hell did this crap, but they've got a lot of nerve. This is too much to actually treat Mahiru's photos like this. Everyone, I understand how you guys feel, but it's probably...
Good morning, everyone.
Good mongrel! What's with those nasty photos? They're giving off a crazy, huge, ominous aura.
There is no excuse. This is too terrible. How could someone be capable of such a heartless trick?
No, seriously, it's just...
I know, right? Seriously, it's just the worst. Jeez, I wonder who the hell did it.
Huh?
You're right. There's no way Mahiru will be happy with this.
She won't just be unhappy. I'm sure she'll be so angry she'll cry tears of blood. Man, who the hell did this? I mean, I've been pretty pissed off in my life, and I've never cried tears of blood. No, we'll have to search for the criminal later. In the meantime... Fire! Start the fire! We'll have a grand bonfire so Mahiru can reach Nirvana. Seriously, this is...
You can't. Someone took their time to make this memorial so we can mourn for Mahiru. You can't burn it. Huh? Mourn Mahiru?
You sure it's not the other way around? I'm pretty sure whoever made this is totally disrespecting Mahiru.
Really? I think it's just a little clumsy. Why don't you take a closer look at the intent instead of focusing on appearances? Despite their clumsiness, I'm sure whoever made this probably did their very best. If you look at it carefully, don't you feel like you can sense their feelings? Like I said, the flowers, the candles are fine. If you just get rid of all the skulls and bones, it would actually be quite nice. Mahiru's not alone. She'll be with us now and forever. It is slightly insulting that this was done for Mahiru and not for any of the other students that died. You know? Like... This is probably made with those feelings. So I definitely think, yep, it's a nice decoration. After hearing you say that, I'm starting to feel the same thing. I mean, all did murder. Only 2 of them murdered. Technically, Byakuya should also be in the memorial. It's a little dumb, but still, yeah. You sure are simple-minded. I don't really want to burn it. Huh? Was the person who made it this? Or was the person who made this... Mahiru was really nice. She politely taught me how to tie my kimono.
She was really good at taking care of others and covering up murders, apparently. Let's not forget why Mahiru was killed, okay? Mahiru's probably lonely by herself. Well, Hiyoko, you don't have to worry about that because there's I'm sure lots of you will be joining her soon. So I wanted to tell her that she's not alone, even if she's in heaven. Hiyoko, you... I did want to make it look better, but... Unless I'm dancing, I'm so clumsy at whatever I do. I'm sorry. I mean, you could have also asked for help. Other people might have enjoyed, you know, participating in this. Yeah, heaven is quite the presumption. Yeah. I am terribly sorry. I spoke at a turn without considering your feelings at all. Sorry, Hiyoko. I'm sorry. Why don't you insult Mikan? That might make you feel better.
Yeah.
How should I put this? It looks like we misunderstood. Now that I take a closer look, it looks like you put a lot of thought into her decorations. So let's keep this thing around until we get off this island. No, it should come with us when we get off this island too. It'd be a waste to leave it behind, such wonderful photos. So we're not gonna burn it? Of course not. We would never burn it. Weren't you the one who started shouting that? I mean, she did end up killing someone else outside of this beach vacation. So technically, Mahiru didn't kill someone outside of the beach vacation. She just covered up the fact that someone that she loved did that killing. So it's still, yeah. I do think that portraying her as like this immaculate, like heavenly and kind person, she did some shit. She did some shit. Fine. Then I'll forgive all of you. Except Mikan, of course. Can I join the list? My birthday's in a few days. Absolutely, you can. I literally have, like, multiple friends with birthdays on the same day in the summer. It is a busy time. Why? Why are you so strict with me? Are you gonna do anything fun for your birthday, 42nd? I mean, my birthday is in like 3 weeks or something. It is the birthday times. Like I said, my birthday is over the summer as well. And since I have my streamiversary at the end of summer, I've decided to just put them as one thing. So on my streamiversary, we will also celebrate my birthday, and it's going to be a nice fun thing because I just feel like them being within a couple months of each other, it's just too close to have two separate things. Like, we're just going to celebrate them together. Why are you so strict with me? Man, it's so unexpected. I really can't imagine Hiyoko being so diligent and earnest about something. Who cares about that? Hiyoko has a very kind heart. Kind? Oh, come on. It's not like that. Jeez, stop it already. You don't have to be embarrassed. Seriously, stop it. Don't tease me. Aw, Hiyoko is so adorable when she's embarrassed. Shut the fuck up, you pig-faced troll. Well, there goes the cuteness. Why only me? At any rate, I hope this is finally settled now. Banana Gremlin is great. She's terrible. It's very like you guys to settle things like this. Really? Feels like we made such a huge fuss about it and finally settled things. Yeah, she's saying that you're all over dramatic idiots. That's just like you guys. Little by little, we're trying to understand and find the good in each other. That's the reason we can move forward without feeling despair towards our situation. You know, if a girl kills Banana Gremlin, I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not gonna lie, every time you guys say Banana Gremlin, all I can think is like some sort of incubus. Like, my brain's taking it a little somewhere else. But, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised either. I would even possibly say that it would be deserved. Yeah, you guys are all splendid. Splendid, huh? Oh, he's gonna lose his shit. I have arrived. Apologies for the wait. What is this object that is releasing such a foul aura? Our malice clings to Mahiru even after her death. We'll be sucked in if we look directly at it. Wow, this is a very hopeless object. It doesn't belong in a hopeful place like this at all. It's absolutely brimming with malice. Let's just hurry up and destroy it. I can't stand to look at it for even one more second. Stand aside. I shall shatter this barbaric, blasphemous false idol to pieces. Now that those two are here, do you still think we're splendid? Looks like it's going to take a little more time. I completely agree. The scene unfolding in front of me was so embarrassing that all I could do was sigh. But at least it was a peaceful scene. You consider this peaceful? However, we didn't realize just how short-lived this peace would be. Even though we were finally bonding, a situation was brewing, like a huge fracture running between us all. And that would be the trigger for a truly horrible and atrocious incident. Not just for me, but for every single one of us. We just hadn't realized it yet. Chapter 3, Trapped by the Ocean Scent, Daily Life. So we're talking in the past tense, yeah. I mean, it's happened before where, like, you know, we've foreshadowed shit that we shouldn't know about at this time. Phew, I'm stuffed. I can't eat another damn bite. Man, you sure do eat a lot. Don't you ever worry about, like, choking? I never get worried. You don't? Wait, what about Fuyuhiko? Is he really alright? I was so concerned. I could not sleep at all last night. Plus, if his fate is in Monokuma's paws, I'm even more concerned. If only I could have tended his wounds somehow. I wish I wasn't so useless. No, I don't think you guys should worry about it. Do you just forget everything that happens when you eat? I mean, I kind of get it too. Like, I get very anxious about flying because I'm worried about making it to the airport on time, about getting through TSA, like all of that sort of thing. But once I'm actually on the plane, the part that most people get freaked out about, I'm just chill because I've done my part. Everything that I had any control over is completed. The actual flying, I have no control over. So there's no point in stressing about it. Now that I've got a belly full of food, I'm all set. So... leave the rest to me. I'll question Monokuma and avenge Fuyuhiko. Avenge? He's not even dead. What vengeance? You just want to test your skill. Yeah. She flat out admitted it.
Okay, everyone. Can I have your attention, please?
Yep. No, it's you, Monomi. What do you want? Rude?
Man, the fun mood's over now, thanks to you. Huh? Did I just ruin the mood?
I just thought about something. If Fuyu died, then that means that Mono would have broken one of his own rules. If that happened, then he'd have to call the game off. Would he? He should. There's no repercussions that have been outlined for him breaking his own rules. And Peko is objectively best girl, that is all.
I'm forever alive in my heart. I was saying that I would absolutely read a romance, like josei manga about Peko and Fuyuhiko. That sort of story is something that I enjoy. He would have to punish himself. True, yeah. It would be just like him to be like, well, I broke the rules, so I guess I'm getting eliminated. Have fun being left on this island, children with no hope of ever being rescued. Like, I could see him doing that.
Huh? Did I just ruin the mood? Jeez, don't treat me so harshly. I did my very best today, too.
Hey, who the hell are you? We're talking about something important, so go away.
Okay, I'm sorry. Wait, no! I definitely don't want to be treated like an outsider.
Just what do you want? What do you mean by I did my very best?
Ah, you finally asked me. Well, once again, I've defeated another Mono Beast. How do you like me now?
I worked hard, didn't I? Oh, right, there'll be another island to explore. If you've defeated a Mono Beast, that means...
That's right. You're now able to visit yet another island.
Yeah, please, at least put something on over the diaper if you're not going to take that off.
So let's all live happily ever after with each other this time, okay? No more getting tricked by Monokuma. No more thinking about leaving this island. Let's all just live together peacefully as friends.
A new island, huh? Maybe now we'll finally find it. A way to get off of this island and go home. Yeah, that's pretty optimistic. That's the only thing we have. That's our one and only hope.
Huh? Are you guys thinking about leaving the island, even though I just said not to?
Yeah, I'm just realizing now that there's a reason why they're using high school students for this, because with the hope and despair thing, like, you get people in their 30s and above and we're all just so fucking jaded. There is no hope, you know? Like, I'm pretty sure if she tried to change Monokuma, would beat her up and make her wear the diaper again. Yeah, true. More importantly, Monomi, what happened to Fuyuhiko? Huh? Fuyuhiko?
You see, I don't really know.
Really, the one thing that we wanted you to have an update for, you didn't bother getting that update? Miss Sonia, can't you see it's a waste of time asking her? In the end, she's just Monokuma's ally. You're also part of that mysterious World Ender organization, aren't you?
That's the organization that brought us to this island, right? Since you're the one who brought us to this island, that's gotta be it. Hey, I don't know if you're a rabbit or a pig, but just what are you planning?
This is a great opportunity. It's time you finally filled us in.
What a dilemma. But it's the one thing I can't say. Truly, this is the tragedy of middle management.
She ran away again. She's always like this when things get inconvenient for her. Oh well, who cares about Monomi? More importantly, she mentioned a new island. What should we do? I do not think we should be exploring when Fuyuhiko is in danger. But we must move forward, no matter what despair stands in our way. I mean, I think that the best thing to do would be to leave at least one person at the hotel in case Fuyuhiko is released and comes back, while everybody else explores a new island. That's what hope should be. What hope? You always say that just before you lead us into a trap. Seriously, you're just as annoying as Monokuma. I'm also worried about Fuyuhiko, but is it really okay if we just stay here and do nothing? Isn't it better if we do what we can? What we can, huh? She's right. Let's try to find a way off this island before he comes back. You are right. Fuyuhiko will not recover any faster if we just stand around and do nothing. I agree with Miss Sonia. Of course you do.
Yosh.
Then it's decided. Let's explore and search for a new hope. So, wouldn't it be faster to just beat up the rest of the Mono Beasts and search all the islands in one go? If that strange-looking rabbit can defeat one, it should be easy for us too.
Hey, don't think about doing anything reckless. Anyway, let's begin. Let's open the way to a hope-filled future with our very own hands. After all that, I feel like we're doing exactly what Nagito wants us to do. In order to prepare for exploring the new island, we left the restaurant. By the way, do I need to do anything with my pet? Nope, you're still good. Okay, where are people? Is there anyone right here with me? No, honestly, they're probably all over at the new island. Nobody at the hotel at all? Yeah, nobody at the hotel at all. Nobody on the second island. Okay, so Nekomaru is on the central island, so we can talk to him. And we don't have the map for the third one yet. Okay. We are going to walk over there. We're going to get our steps in. Okay, so Nekomaru should be somewhere on the central island. I'm assuming he's probably going to be standing right outside of the third island gate. There he is. Hey, you're not going to the new island, Nekomaru? I'm worried Akane's going to do something reckless about those mono beasts. I'm gonna guard the bridges for a while. I'll leave you guys to explore the new island. Yep, got it. Nekomaru's quite good at taking care of people. I wonder if that's a habit of being a team manager? And here we are, Island 3. Monomi was right. The mono beast that was blocking this bridge is gone. Then, if we cross this bridge, we should reach the new island. With a feeling of hope in my heart that overshadowed any lingering fear or nervousness I felt, I crossed the bridge that led to the new island.
ここが3番目の島か。なんだか今までの島と雰囲気が全然違うな。
So this is the third island. The ambiance is completely different compared to the previous islands. Does that say Titty Typhoon? What the fuck? The residents and ruins are all in shambles. It barely feels like a resort. And not just that, there's definitely no sign of people here either. Feels a little dangerous somehow. It might be better to proceed cautiously. Okay, so we have Mikan and Gundam in the hospital. It's interesting that Fuyuhiko is not shown there. Yet again, we cannot talk to Fuyuhiko, I'm assuming. Sonia and Ibuki are at the music venue, big surprise. And it has extra rooms, storage, and parking. The motel has Akane and Hiyoko in the courtyard. Electric Avenue has Kazuichi. It took me, I keep going to call him Kazuhiko. Kazuichi and Chiaki. And the movie theater has Nagito. Doesn't seem to be anybody on the path. Okay, the movie theater. The Wizard of Monomi. Like I said, I have a feeling that we're not going to be able to look at everything and talk. I don't want to miss a Monokuma doll.
Welcome!
We're gonna rock down to Electric Avenue. Yeah.
We're currently showing right now, so please wait 5 minutes for the next showing to start.
Showing? What does that mean?
何言ってんの？
Are your eyes just for show? Look around. This is a movie theater, right?
もちろん。
Then I'm obviously showing a movie.
Showing a movie? Well, I guess there's no need to even ask. You're just gonna say this is the next motive, right? Just like the Twilight Syndrome murder case? I'm definitely not gonna watch your movie. Whatever it is, I'm never gonna see it. Yeah, you're gonna watch it. You're immediately gonna watch it. You're gonna give immediately.
My goodness. And I was thinking about giving you an invitation ticket. But I won't allow you to not watch it. I went to a lot of trouble to make this movie. If you don't watch it, I'm gonna be sad.
I'm sure your movie is no different than that game you made.
That game was a shoddy piece of crap, but this movie is definitely a masterpiece. Anyway, as long as I refuse to allow it, you will never have the choice to not watch it. I am Monokuma. I am the monarch.
I just realized I was kind of doing the monarch's voice from Venture Brothers.
Like the monarch's deadly sting. On this island, my word is law.
If I don't watch it, what are you gonna do about it?
There's no way I'd allow such reckless behavior. There's no way I'd allow it. But I'll forgive you if you purchase a Monokuma sticker at the goods counter over there.
Monokuma sticker. Ooh, lots to look at. Ah, I see. Easy to find Monokuma doll. For 1 billion yen or something, yeah. Yeah, he's already got you trapped. Why does he need your money, too? It's a video game poster. Looks interesting. I'm definitely gonna buy that. Wah wah. It's a food shop. A lot of things like popcorn, sandwiches, and drinks are all arranged here. I don't know why. I keep saying I'm never gonna click on these anymore, and then I go and click on them. There's some strange goods on the top of the counter. This one looks like a tote bag made of hemp cloth with a decal of Monomi's face on it.
Ah, did that catch your eye? It's an all-purpose tote bag used for a variety of common tasks.
Subliminal messaging, yeah. Yeah, that game does already exist. That's one of the spin-off games. Because you're a liar, Moggy. How dare you, Pumbloom? Rude. It's more of just that I keep forgetting. That's a massive hint, right? From when this game is taking place? What, the Ultra Despair Girls? I don't know how that fits into the timeline.
Ah, did that catch your eye? It's an all-purpose tote bag used for a variety of common tasks. It's a limited item. Only one person can have it. By the way, apparently tote bags were originally invented to carry around ice. So how about it? Want to buy it?
I'll pass.
Yeah, I thought you'd say that. I'll just be upfront with you. I cut a lot of corners making that thing.
It takes place between 1 and 2, if you remember correctly. Interesting. Ah, that's 2 up front. Is this the sticker you were talking about? I'm sorry I was born stupid. It's not funny, and I don't understand its purpose. How half-assed is this?
To tell you the truth, this is a very lucky sticker I received from a wandering miracle-working priest. And it could be yours for the special price of only $1.5 million.
Will you accept a mono coin and a used piece of chewing gum? Call the poster a gag instead of a hint. Ah, yeah. $1.5 million. Don't mess with me. I don't even have that kind of money.
Well, then you can pay me back when we get off this island. If you don't like it, you could always just watch my...
Fine, I'll pay it. Really? Why? You don't...
Whoa, I'm surprised. As long as I can pay it after I get out of here, I'll pay anything. Even 1.5...
Oh, that's me. Even $1.5 million. Yeah, no, she's wrong. Yeah.
You were the first person to ever pay $1.5 million for the sticker. In other words, you really don't want to watch my movie, huh? That makes me a sad Monokuma. But if I'm gonna make a huge profit, it's okay. I'm a mascot who has a hobby of counting money after all.
You're the worst mascot ever.
Come on, take it, thief, and slap it on your forehead, thief. Take advantage of this divine opportunity, thief.
The sticker I received was even thinner and more cheap looking than I thought it would be. It's like a prize from a box of candy. Did I really agree to pay so much money for this piece of crap? Maybe I am a little crazy.
Whoa there, looks like the showing is over. Alrighty, I gotta collect those questionnaires.
At that moment, Monokuma started humming and skipped away towards the door leading to the theater. Slam. The door opened violently and one person appeared from within.
Ah, Nagito, please answer my questionnaire.
It doesn't matter if I answer it. That movie was so boring it was torture. Minutes felt like weeks while I was watching it. That's how I felt about the original Dune movie. It was one of the worst things I've ever seen. Nagito reminds me of my first game, Byakuya, because of how they intentionally caused trouble. True, I can see that comparison.
Well, I guess that's what art is. Because it's not really art unless it surpasses common sense.
Well, Nagito is more insane, though. He would go further for his own goals. True. It's... Yeah, Nagito sure is something. Much like Monomi, I'm still kind of waiting to see if they end up being more of a force of good or a force of bad in the game. He's something. I thought it was going to be another motive, but I guess that's not the case. What a letdown. If money would have settled this, I should have just settled it with money. Nagito was so depressed. The movie must have been really, really bad. I definitely made the right call by not watching it. Okay, so the only thing we haven't talked to is the door. I guess we talk to Nagito first and then the door? I'm so tired. I'm so tired from boredom. If money would have gotten me out of seeing it, I should have just settled it with money. Hey, let me ask you something. If you were told you could pay $1.5 million and not watch that movie, I'd gladly pay it. Oh, quick answer. The movie must have been that bad, huh? Okay, let's talk to the door now. Apparently I can watch Monokuma's specially made movie. However, I just heard the content is just terrible. I don't have to watch it since I bought the sticker, but it cost $1.5 million. Maybe I was too tasty. More from you, maybe? I skipped it too fast. What did he just say?
Well, Hajime, after Nagito's glowing review, did you change your mind about watching my movie?
Of course not. Goodbye, door, yeah. Yeah, I have a feeling we're gonna end up watching the movie at some point anyway. I think we've looked at everything in here. Time for Electric Avenue. We got a shopping street. I just want you to know that I switched from headphones to speakers and Kirk seems to really love your voice. Oh, kitty. I hope you're giving him some scritches for me. He did end up going back to sleep, but for a couple of minutes he was enthralled. Aww. There are a bunch of street booths filled with electric appliances at the back of a narrow alleyway. Machines and other parts are cluttered together on display. It definitely seems fishy. But wait, there's more! With this many machines, we can probably find something we can use for two-way communication, right? Looks like it's best if I search around here. Oh, that does not look safe. Yeah, very, very unsafe. Look upwards, hidden Monokuma. I mean, A, I'd like to find them myself, but B, there isn't one. It was off to the side, unless I'm missing it still. Really? We can't investigate that? Looks like we can possibly investigate each store separately. What is this? There's so many machines. Just by looking at them, I have no clue what they're used for. I don't really recommend that section. What do you mean? Well, I'm pretty sure amateurs won't really get it. All that stuff in there, it's all machines used for stuff like wiretapping or recording secret videos. It looks like there's some ancient-looking surveillance cameras, too. Machines used for recording secret videos. Hey, don't get it twisted. I just have mechanical knowledge of these things. I've never actually used them before, alright? No one said you did. Hey, speaking of surveillance cameras, we're being constantly videotaped and wiretapped by Monokuma, right? Like, I'm kind of jealous, because what does he see when he's watching Miss Sonia? Kazuichi, try not to be a shitbag for a second. He says he's never used these before. If I let him be, he's the type of person who will eventually use them. I guess maybe we talk to people and then explore. Are you serious? Are you shitting me? What happened? I thought you'd be happier about being surrounded by so much machinery. Don't say stupid things. I'm the ultimate mechanic, you know. Of course I'm happy when I'm surrounded by machines. Then you should look happier? Dude, try to understand how I'm feeling. I have this unexplainable, conflicting feeling about whether or not I should be happy. I can't understand that kind of feeling. But why do you feel so conflicted? There's all this machinery lined up here. Hot damn, I want to take them apart. I want to dismantle them and look inside. That's how I usually think, right? But I know now's not the time for me to do something like that, so that's why I feel conflicted. Is wanting to dismantle normal? I mean, I feel like a lot of people who enjoy machinery, yes it is. Hell yeah. It's like, if you have the hots for a chick... Oh god, thank god. This is like the... Okay. The only time I've ever said thank god for him saying you want to take off her clothes, right? Because with him talking about dismantling, I really thought that was going in a different direction for a second. I was like, Jesus Christ, Kazumar Kazuichi. Serial killer. Terrible, no. I'm like, oh, okay, you're just a pervert. That's fine. For now, that's fine. Okay, no, we're getting into the weird. No, we're getting into the weird territory there. And you want to check out her bone structure, right? Like her ribs or her parts of her bones stick out, right? That, nope. Your fetish is too specific. That is not. That's not normal. That's a pretty acrobatic sex fetish. I wouldn't say acrobatic, but still, that's just weird. Seriously? I see. So wanting to see a chick's bone structure makes me a little perverted. Yeah, pretty much, Hajime. Yeah. Kazuichi, please do not. The skeleton, yeah. Chiaki, you might want to start running. Like, just get away from him. Somehow, it looks like she's fishing things out of the pile of electrical appliances. Chiaki, what happened? Are you looking for something? Yeah, I was wondering if there are any game consoles in here. Sometimes old hardware is treated like junk. Ah, so that's what you're doing. I already have a TV in my cottage, so it doesn't have to be a non-portable device. I'll settle for anything. If you do find something, let me know. I'll help you carry it back to your cottage. That's nice of you, Hajime. Yeah, I will. See, Kazuichi is some poor scoliosis patient's white knight. As long as he's using it for good and not fetish, right? But I don't want to play video games for a while. I'd rather not be reminded of the previous incident. Okay, so we had started working our way across. We don't need to talk to the camera. There's a lot of CRT TVs lined up in here. They all look really old. It's like they're not designed for terrestrial digital broadcasting. Rude. Rude. Not that it matters. Looks like the TV signal isn't reaching here anyway. Various desktops and laptop computers are arranged in a disorderly manner, like a pile of oversized trash. Though they're a little old-fashioned and run down, they all look like they can still be used. I know. If we can connect to the internet, we might be able to call for help with these. As soon as I thought of that, I grabbed a random laptop, pulled it out of the pile, and turned it on. I tried to see if it would connect to the internet. It's no use. Looks like it's not connecting. Be very interesting if Alter Ego was on that laptop. Well, there's no way it'd be that easy. But just when I was about to give up, my eyes noticed the strange icons arranged on the desktop. You guys were thinking the same thing? Yeah. It would be very interesting. Decided you can't recommend the 100 line? Yeah, it definitely did not look like a game for me anyway. Usami file. What is this? Without thinking, I clicked that strangely named icon. Just go ahead and click on random things without thinking. I'm sure it'll work out fine. It's a document file. Based on the format, it looks like it's some kind of report. I scanned across the words displayed on screen. About the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. This horrendous event originated with some students of Hope's Peak Academy causing a revolt. The students of the Reserve Department were dissatisfied with being treated differently than the primary department and began to fight the Academy. At first, the dispute was confined to the campus, and hopes were high that it would settle down someday. But things quickly escalated. Behind the scenes of that rebellion, a huge authority was exerting its influence. So, are we the B team? Is that what this class is? Were we the backups? Very interesting. Probably, yeah. Behind the scenes of that rebellion, a huge authority was exerting its influence. Eventually, it spread like an infection, provoking riots in various parts of the world. Ultimate schmaltimates, yeah. It was unlike any previous act of terrorism or coup d'etat. It seemed to have a much different purpose. However, no matter what we assume, we simply cannot apply reason to this subversive movement. Nonetheless, the destruction is not chaotic or disorganized. It's both purposeful and malicious. Therefore, it is this... why is the... I thought it was for emphasis there, but obviously it looks like... EIL? I don't think that there's like a code in the letters that are being blocked out there. Therefore, it is a subversive movement full of despair. Hope's Peak Academy became the origin of the incident and was forced to put an end to their long history. EILIE? As for the students who survived, they were forced to kill each other as a lesson in despair. I'm guessing it's just supposed to be that it's, like, unclear. That, you know, it's degraded or something. And thank you, Ghost Body. It's no use. The words are too garbled to read beyond this point. But, what is this?
How normal. It's not normal like a dog barking. It's such a normal reaction that it's actually quite novel. Hey, can't you react with more gusto? Don't you know how very, very important this scene is? Could it be... Were you the one who created this file? My, what makes you think that? Because it's obviously the only thing I can think of. Really? You go towards Monokuma making the file when it is labeled as, like, Monomi? Hello, how are you doing today? Is it Nikarik? How am I saying it right? How are you doing? Or Nico? Is that what you'd prefer? Because it's obviously the only thing I can think of. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Riots in various parts of the world. And Hope's Peak Academy getting destroyed. Nico? Okay. I'm glad that you are having a good day so far. It sounds like something stupid that you'd make up. And? What's Hope's Peak Academy's reserve department? I've never even heard of that before. Huh? Really? That's weird. Of all people, you should definitely be the one who knows about it. Wow, riots are the biggest, most tragic event in human history. Well, I'm assuming that they're talking about, like, all the death and destruction from the first game. Monokuma hates MLK people. What do you mean? I guess you forgot all about it, along with the memories of your school life. So it can't be helped. Like, I definitely thought in the first game that it was kind of bullshit that they were like, oh, like, one class dying, they're calling the biggest, most tragic event in human history. Like, don't get me wrong, it's sad, but there's been a lot of terrible things in human history. And then you find out that it's actually, like, all over the world, and I'm like, well, okay, that's a little different. That's a little different. While we're on the subject of stupid things, that file said something about students who survived. I don't think that Monokuma generally gives a shit about being cancelled. I think that he would probably enjoy it. Is that referring to us? Then the rest of that file is...
Yeah.
Hold on a sec, you guys.
Oi.
Just what the heck have you been talking about? It doesn't make any sense. Movies with no images, music with no sound, novels with no words. These are the things that truly don't make any sense. So you can't say something this simple doesn't make any sense. Getting cancelled is a bit difficult for a bear. Yeah, he does definitely get some grace that people wouldn't get for his actions. I don't know, I've never seen Monokuma be racist. I think there are some lines he knows he can't cross. True. There's some... doesn't make any sense. Who cares about that? Just answer me. Who are the students who survived? I wouldn't know an important story like that, because the only thing I'm good for is being cute. Damn it, he ran away again. Hey, Hajime. Don't worry, it's gonna be fine. I'm sure he's making all of that up. That's it. It's definitely it. There's a lot of electronic appliances in this mess, including some home appliances and acoustic equipment. All of these look old. Do they even still work? Microwave. Taylor probably would have never used this old microwave. He would have proudly used the latest kitchen equipment and cooked the world's tastiest dishes. With those dishes, he would have made a lot of people smile, but that's no longer. I mean, true, like, people like good food, but he would have made a lot of people frown with, you know, his personality.
So this is cell phone corner. Looks like they don't get reception. Even with all this variety, they might as well be paperweights. Is that it? Oh, we just leveled up just by pressing the button. Interesting. I don't think we can... Yeah, I guess that's it. I don't see the issue with Teta being dead. Me neither. Okay, I don't think that there's a reason to talk to people again, but we'll just see. Yeah, no, it's the same dialogue. I think we're done in here. Motel. It's a small building with guest accommodations and a parking lot. This is supposed to be a motel, right? I mean, that is pretty much the definition of a motel. Right? I've seen them before in movies, but it's my first time actually seeing one in person. Fitbit acting like Nintendo, yeah. I wonder if it's supposed to be a motel dialogue work better in Japanese, or it might have not have been as obvious because maybe it's a different word. Yeah, you know, obviously they have hotels and accommodations in Japan, but I'm guessing just that this style of motel is very... I don't know, I've started to say like North American, but like maybe they have them other places too. I just tend to think of it as being like rural North America.
That looks pretty unsanitary, too.
It's just like Hajime's house. You've never seen my house.
Oh, I didn't know you were here. You don't stand out at all, so I didn't notice you. Anyway, this place is seriously run down. It's like the perfect home for minimum wage workers. Rude.
That's a bit harsh, don't you think?
But we gotta make sure we check it out thoroughly. It's possible there might be a clue here.
If you think so, why don't you go inside and take a look around instead of standing around out here doing nothing?
You're probably too vulgar to get this, but there's a saying, praise a fool and you may make him useful.
What's that supposed to mean?
Akane was checking out the inside. After I gave her a little bit of praise, she got really excited about it. A dumbass like her is pretty rare, so we gotta make sure she's treated well.
If her rotten attitude is this extreme, I really can't take it personally. She's a shit to everyone. Old truck. What I want to know is, like, what's going on here? It's almost like there's some sort of, like, barricade or barrier. It looks like, if you guys ever saw Reboot, it looks like they've just loaded in, like, games there. I mean, at least Kyoko doesn't discriminate. Yeah, I'm just a shit to everyone. And yet she can't tie her bow and she stinks. Yeah. A rundown, rusted, rotting car someone abandoned. Hey, maybe it'll start up if I keep staring at it. Hey, I somehow doubt that. I'm not seeing like a Monokuma anywhere, but we might be able to go into the hotel and maybe there will be one in there. It's a bunch of similar looking private rooms. The insides probably look the same too. It's dark and slightly dirty. There's no doubt that a room like this would be perfect in a crime movie. I was thinking Supernatural, but still. If it's just to stay the night, the cottage is good enough. You know, that gives a lot of credence to your theory from the first game, since that is very not normal. Right? Right? Yeah, like I said, in olden days sort of thing, and I don't know how common it is anymore, but there absolutely used to be a job of kimono dresser for geisha and for other people who wore kimono frequently, because the obi is like 6 feet long. Like, it is long. Being able to wrap that around yourself nicely and then tie a complicated knot behind your back is a reason why a lot of people who wear them like less formally, like, or more modernly, have a two-piece one where it's like you have one piece that is just the belt and it snaps, and then you have the bow already tied on like a pair of prongs that you slide down in behind the obi. So it just looks like the bow is on there. She's supposed to be an ultimate get good. She's the ultimate dancer, okay? Not the ultimate kimono tire. Counter-argument, Hiyoko does discriminate against Mikana specifically. True. I mean, it's not like she was mean to Nahiru, right? So. Okay, I think that's everything here. Kind of surprised we weren't able to go into the hotel or look into it. I thought there was something else at the hotel. Yeah, like we can't go into the motel, really? It's like, but we can see it on the map. We can't select it. That's very strange. Very strange. I feel so many cultures have a highly unwieldy garment made out of an improbable amount of fabric wrapped a million times. Yep. Yep. Oh, this is the music venue. Air quotes. Gotcha. This building with its gaudy and tasteless neon lights obviously looks suspicious. I can't say for sure that there's no danger. I should cautiously check what's inside. I'm just thinking about a really sweet video, which was an Indian woman and a Scottish man, and they both demonstrated their rapping techniques for sari and kilt respectively. And they both started out with what was basically just a double picnic blanket amount of fabric laid out and just flat. Yeah, like I was thinking basically any culture that has clothing that historically extends back to before zippers and stuff like that is gonna have an intricate series of wrapping and knotting, probably. Did you ever see From Dusk Till Dawn? I did. We were just talking about this weekend because I just finished watching Sinners, and I feel that there was some interesting parallels between the two. But who lit the garbage can on fire? Naturally occurring. Counter-argument, we're talking about a tsundere, so I would say that her foul mouth is her version of love. Yeah, and it's totally appreciated, too. At least a dashiki is simple. I'm not familiar with that. It sounds kind of familiar. I don't know. Anyways, we are not going to check the inside of Titty Typhoon, and we're going to have to remember that we didn't check the outside of it either. There's a ship over there. I can't even look at it. Come on, that's interesting. Anyways, we're gonna have to hopefully remember that we haven't looked at anything out here on Friday when we get back to this game.